Afrobeat news. So guys, let's talk about the one and only Ckay. So it was recently brought to my attention that Ckay recently tweeted about his forthcoming album. Now this album is going to be his very first album, his debut album. Before this time, he's only dropped 2 EPs. So the Ckay, the first EP, which spawned the mega hit sensation, the Love and Wantinty song that have taken over the globe. And then the second EP that followed was the Boyfriend EP, which spawned Emiliana, that also have taken over the globe. So far, Ckay have been riding on the back of 2 very successful EP that have managed to make him one of the biggest global Afrobeat superstars in the world. However, Ckay doesn't really have an album to his name, and that have been one of the major points of Ckay's critics. For example, like I've many times in the past compared Ckay to the likes of Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy. In fact, I feel like Ckay is, in the top 3, top 4 spot in Afrobeat music, which means Ckay is going toe to toe with the biggest guys in the game. However, one thing that has always disqualified Ckay in the minds of his critics is the fact that Ckay, first of all, is very new in the game, which personally I feel like that is not enough reason to disqualify Ckay from being one of the biggest in the game, because the fact that it took him a shorter period of time to get where these guys are doesn't really disqualify his position or the impact that he's creating so far. Anyway, the other point that these people usually raise is the fact that Ckay have not shown what he can do on a longer body of work. So far, he's just been doing EPs. Ckay has not shown his impact on an LP. And most of these guys that we're comparing him to, now according to his critics, right, all have albums to their name. 3, 4 albums. So this particular album that Ckay's yet to release, that probably will be released sometime this year or next year, will definitely be one to watch out for, because I'm sure if this album comes out and does really well, this will by far silence any critics that have failed to recognize Ckay as one of the biggest in Afrobeat music history. However, if this album comes out and does poorly or doesn't match up in terms of quality to, his counterparts right now, I'm talking about Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, then it will just amplify the voice of his critics and give people enough reason to say that Ckay doesn't really belong to the top 3, top 4 spots. But guys, here without much talk, let me read exactly what Ckay said via his official Twitter page. Ckay tweeted this: "My album will make history," pretty much assuring his fans that his album definitely will be groundbreaking. His album definitely would take the industry by storm and maybe spawn numerous hits, global sensational hits. But guys, here, tell me what you think about this particular one. What do you think about Ckay dropping his album? And do you think that Ckay will be able to go toe to toe with some of the biggest guys in the game right now in terms of like album mode? We all know Wizkid is dropping this year, Burna is dropping this year, Davido is dropping this year. And if Ckay drops this year, will Ckay album be able to compete with these guys? And guys, here, tell me what you think about that. And don't forget guys to like and subscribe, as well as turn on post notifications, and stay tuned for more Afrobeat related entertainment and just coming at you. I'm out for now, guys. Peace.